Hello, guys. My name is Alvain. I would like you to ring the bell and to click on the subscribe button. Good morning, Hannelie. Thank you for joining us again. It's really awesome to have you here, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Alvain.
Guys, I just want to tell you what Hannelie is doing is incredibly significant to all of us. I don't know any other recruiter who has actually sat down and shared their resources with teachers without charging an arm and a leg. So, Hannelie, I really appreciate it, and I'm sure all the teachers who watch this really appreciate it. This is incredibly unusual, and we are most grateful for your time because I know you're busy and the effort that you put into helping the teachers. Okay, all right.
All right.
So, guys, today we are going to listen to Hannelie, who is going to tell us about some really hot companies who are hiring. She calls them golden eggs. I really like the term. Um, so she calls them golden eggs, and I think justifiably so. And she is not only going to name the companies, but she's also going to give a quick review on each of them. Okay. So, Hannelie, the floor is yours.
Oh, great. Well, number one is I just want to apologize. I've got sunlight coming from my side window, so please bear with me. All right. So, the first company that we are going to talk about is Online Language Academy. I've actually, for 2 years, I've worked with this company, and not once have I ever seen this company advertised at all. All right. And then out of the blue, someone actually posted it, and which is actually good in a way, but also bad because now the name is out. All right. Okay. So this school is actually working with Italian students, and they pay about $12 an hour. Um, the nice part about this school is it's basically for South Africans. It's going to be in the afternoon, so it's kind of a booking system. So it's not fixed hours. So it's you're going to work with students that are young learners from the age of 3 up until the age of 12, more or less. Um, there is obviously a link that we will post, so there's no referral code or a name that you need to insert. The nice part about this school
As I
is
said, guys, there she goes on being amazing again and very unusual because every recruiter that contacts me on a weekly basis is like, oh, wait, don't forget the referral link, for goodness sake. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't really have time for that. Finally, seriously, okay, it's just, again, thank you. So, guys, all the schools that she is going to talk about today, we will put them in the description link on the YouTube video for you. So you can go there. You see, she's literally spoon feeding you. I mean, okay, Hannelie, please continue.
all right. So the next thing about this company is what I actually liked is the the normal demo and mocking class. There's nothing like that. So you will have a very short demo, or um, the owner of this school is basically just going to explain to you. So it's actually very easy. So there's no waiting for 4 weeks or 3 weeks to get feedback and to see how your demo was. There's nothing of that sort. So as I mentioned, it's $12. So it's going to be basically from 3 o'clock in the afternoon up until 8, 9 o'clock, depending on your bookings. So also the lesson material will also be supplied by the school. So there's actually no, even the platform. I worked for the school as well to check them out. It's actually very nice. So everything is actually literally given to you on a silver plate. So you just need to apply. They will get back to you quite fast. So be prepared when you apply by the school. You are not going to be waiting for about 2 weeks to actually get an interview and all that. So they immediately actually give response. All right. Okay, and then there is another school. It's called the Golden Gate English Academy. All right. Now, I have spoken to them before, and they also give you the training material. Well, not the training material, the lesson material. They pay about $10 to $12 an hour, up until 15. It's going to be basically for aerobic schools. Did I pronounce it right, Alvin?
Arabic.
Yes.
Arabic.
So it's also, they're quite simple and there's no issues. So I've also noticed, even the response that you get from them, you will be communicating with them in the afternoons as well. So it's not like with some of the Chinese
Hannelie, this is also a wonderful opportunity for our Muslim teachers.
Yes.
Because usually they get there's such a huge bias from the Chinese companies against Muslim teachers because of the way that they present themselves with their traditional religious clothing. And I've recently been reading about them just being kicked out of interviews for being Muslim in the first place.
Well,
so
yes. If there is a teacher that is, a Muslim, and they, there is a place where I can actually hook them up, where they can actually wear the headscarf. So there's two schools. One is a new school, but the other school is a well-known school. So please, I'm not going to put the link. There is no link for them. I've actually got direct contact with them. It's kind of friends.
So Hannelie, sorry for interrupting you. Can you you will send me, and I will put it in the description where people can get hold of you directly. Okay.
Yes.
And then I very well use you as the recruiter to get to the school. In which case, please use your referral link, because then I would insist you to do it. Because if you're going to help my teachers to get work, I would really like you to also get something from it. It's only ethical.
Yes, the only thing is I don't actually get commission or anything when I'm referring teachers to these companies. It's just because
so you're
I know
totally
these
bona
schools.
fide.
It's basically what it is. So yes, I can just actually hook you up with the places. I do communicate with these schools a lot, so especially for the Muslim community, the owner of this company is also Muslim, so he actually knows, he knows how to go with this. So he did ask me to please send him teachers as soon as there's a post or something available. He will open it up, especially for them. So because I've noticed that, there isn't a lot of respect by certain companies for how the teacher, they have to wear their headscarf, and we don't get a lot of respect for them. So I have got a contact regarding that to actually assist the teachers to get actually a work position. Unfortunately, I'm not sure of because Islam will basically speak to the teachers directly. So I think I'll rather just leave my Skype, and they just need to contact me via Skype and tell, say, listen, this is for Islam.
Okay, guys, so what I will do is I'll copy and paste her Skype, what's it called, your Skype ID into the description.
Good.
Skype ID, and you and Hannelie just sort each other out, okay? And then you go for it, okay? And take my advice for it. Hannelie has sent me, what was that other school, that golden egg you gave me? What was that? Beta Kid. So I don't know. Guys, I applied to them on a Wednesday or something. On the Friday, the lady already invited me for an interview. I haven't had time yet, Hannelie. I'm really sorry. I'm like, you know how busy I am, and I know how busy you are. But these guys are offering between $12 and $15 an hour. Okay. And they contacted me within 48 hours and invited me to an interview. So it's like Hannelie says, it's not going to take you a month to go through the application process, which is also significant. It does really help, because every day that you don't work, you lose money and lose opportunities. Okay, Hannelie, sorry for interrupting.
All right, and then the last company is for teachers that can speak more than one language. So perhaps if you can speak German or Spanish or any other language, this is also a great school. They pay about $4 to $12 an hour. I know it sounds not a lot, but it's not a bad option knowing that you can go for $12 an hour. The students are basically, also the lesson material is given to you as well. The hiring process takes a bit of time, but for this one I actually do get referral bonus. So please, yes, this one will obviously have to be via Skype. So once again, the teacher needs to contact me via Skype. This is also for the afternoons. So if you've got bookings with perhaps with the Chinese companies, you can do this in the afternoons. It's also flexi time. So if you open your slots, then you can get your bookings. If you want to do something, you close your bookings. So it's actually very simple. Yes, also it's younger learners, and they also do give you the lesson material as well.
That is awesome, Hannelie. You're a legend. Seriously. Okay. So guys, my suggestion is, if we have a recruiter that is going to give us teaching resources, we support her. Because what I've been seeing lately on our page, and I still can't deal, Hannelie, I'm sorry, because I'm talking about recruiters in a possibly derogatory way now, but I could not believe the audacity from Dazoa recruiters with regards to the comments dropped by my teachers. They are implying that if you complain about $4 an hour, that you're being unreasonable. Okay? See, Hannelie, my point of departure is simple. Even if you get 100 hours, which you probably will not, okay? But let's say best case scenario, you work 100 hours, you still earn less than 6,000 Rand a month. And what type of single mother, or even anybody, I don't even have to use single mothers as an example, anybody who wants to be an online teacher full-time, nobody can live off 6,000 Rand a month. And then you need to ask the ethical question, okay? Is it ethical to let somebody work 100 hours doing a professional job and then paying them less than 6,000 Rand? Okay, you're welcome to disagree with me, but what is your opinion on what I'm saying?
The worst part of it at the moment is, I don't know if you noticed when, if we withdraw money from PayPal, our money isn't looking very good as it is. It's about what, 13 Rand, so $1. So it's already bad. I mean, last year
it's more than that now.
Is it? Oh well, still it's not enough. It's still not enough. This is how it is. But guys, on the end of the day, it's this is how it is. Just look for a company that pays more. That's just how it is. There is a lot of companies. I see a lot of new companies coming in. So you know what? The choice is still yours. Don't get bullied into something. Sorry to say, don't get bullied into something to apply for something where you have to work for $3 or $4, even $6 an hour. There is more options out of there. I mean, we really do have. I've seen teachers that are brand new. And they are excellent. If you do, with the training that I've done with them, I'm like shocked. I'm like, wow, I would, if I had a school, I would have hired you because they're good teachers. The accents are great. The energy is great. So don't limit yourself. Definitely don't limit yourself.
You see, Hannelie, this is another issue while I have you here, which doesn't happen as often as I want. Okay, but since I have you here, I have teachers sending me introduction videos on a weekly basis. Like, it's not unusual for me to get 6 or 7 introduction videos in a week. Right. Now, I've literally made 3 videos on my blog regarding this issue. And I'll tell you why. I look at these introduction videos and I can see a lot of potential in most of these teachers. Really, I do. But when I look at the introduction video, they look incredibly unprofessional. And there's an additional problem. I say this with love and respectfully, but the Chinese companies looking at the introduction video will not say it with love and will not be respectful about it. They'll simply decline your application. They'll just, okay, so I don't like this. Well, next one. All right. So, and some of these recruiters, and you are one yourself, sometimes you get 50 applications in a day. Who are you going to stop and take? You're going to stop and take the guy or the girl or the woman. These days it's so difficult to be politically correct. The woman or the man, right? Okay. And I'm not being gender or racially biased. I'm being neutral. Okay. Like Bruce Jenner neutral. Okay. So, right. Or Caitlyn Jenner. Sorry, that was actually not neutral. It's Caitlyn Jenner now. I'm being Custer neutral. I think that's the top of neutral. But the point is, it doesn't matter who you are, male, female, young, old, white, black, Muslim, Christian, even atheists. Okay, you guys are also in the jam. What you need to have a good introduction video which makes an impression, which is why I went to Hannelie, which is why I get responses. I posted the example because I do try to support her for one reason, one thing. Well, it's actually two reasons. The one reason is she is dirt cheap. It's really cheap, 150 Rand to have a professional video editor. That's why she's really good, because I'm a 40-year-old, unshaved, white South African male, and I'm still getting employed and responses from companies. And again, guys, if they'll come to me, I'm an Afrikaner farm boy. Then certainly you guys can also do it. And what annoys me is people are trying to convince them. They're trying to convince my teachers, Hannelie, that they are only worth $4 or $5 an hour. That cannot be true. It just doesn't hold up for me. If I even have to go back to earning $8 an hour now, I won't make it. I wouldn't get anywhere near my overheads. Never mind my Nikes or my Adidas, or taking my girlfriend out on a date. I wouldn't be able to get to any of that. And now keep in mind, you spend all your free time teaching, but your hourly rate is so low that after all of those hours, you get nothing from the time that you put in. Just that it cannot be a sustainable system. And the only way to change that is for us to apply to companies. Yes.
The problem that I have is, with all due respect, sorry, all the schools, you guys, please forgive me for what I'm about to say now. But you know what? The teachers that work with younger learners, you can say whatever you want. That energy, if you have like 6 hours back-to-back classes, it drains your energy because you need to be full of energy when you are teaching. You know what? On the end of the day, it's hard. Now you have to work for a low salary. Our living expenses are actually getting higher and higher in South Africa. So for me, my personal opinion is, if it was adults, I would have said, that's fine. But kids, come on. That is actually supposed to get paid more for them because you actually, I've been teaching. It is extremely hard. After 6 hours back to back, working with group classes, from 2 o'clock in the mornings, you are exhausted. Now, you want to tell me that you care enough about me to pay me $6 an hour? No, I am so sorry. My personal opinion is I will never ever in my entire life work for that. There is schools. Don't get fooled because you're not getting applied. You know what? You have to apply by 50 companies to get into one company. But there is schools, and a lot of schools don't advertise. They don't advertise.
That is a statistical fact. There
Yes.
you hit the head on the nail. The nail on the head. The head on the nail. It was really funny, actually. I haven't had enough coffee
The
today.
hammer on the
But
nail.
that was funny. I give you, okay, guys, you can rip me after the video as much
This
as
is
you
what
want.
happens
But
when you're teaching. Do you see what I mean? Alvan has been teaching. Now they
yeah,
want to stop back. You get what I'm
yes.
saying. Now Alvan is tired. Now you can expect this. All right, go on.
Hello, my name is Borat. I'm from Kazakhstani. All right, that's how I feel. Okay, so guys, you don't have to work for $5 an hour, right? Hannelie, what I'm going to add in addition to this is I have one German golden egg up my sleeve. So, what I'm going to do is there's a company, a German company. Now, the name has gone past me, but I have the recruiter. I have her personal email address. Her name is Beth, guys. I'm not sure that you should add my name when applying for the job because I don't have no official agreement with her. I got offered a job with their company, but I am fully booked. They guarantee you, okay, now listen to this. No matter what happens, they guarantee you €250 a month. No matter what, okay? But you are, as she explained it to me, the interview was, Hannelie, I'm not kidding you, the interview was like 40 minutes, okay? And you know what? It wasn't an intense interview. Okay. So she didn't ask you, do you prefer latte or espresso? Okay. It wasn't really intense. What she did want to know is, you know, what type of students would you be able to work with? Would you be comfortable working with adults? She wanted to listen to your capacity to speak English, your accent, and then of course what type of vocabulary you have, because all the students you will work with this company will be adults, and they will be European adults. Now, in addition to all of this, and I want to add that as well, like Hannelie had this Arabic country that will take Muslims as well. But mind you, they'll take Christians as well. They'll take anything. Which is in a perfect world what we want. I mean, South Africa has 11 official languages. Okay, like if we were going to award a color for every religion and culture we have in our country, it will look like the pride flag. So we're very diverse, and we can't limit ourselves to the couple of Asian schools that advertise on our page, and it's the same ones, Hannelie, over and over. What is really getting on my nerves is if my teachers complain about them, they think they have the right to insult my teachers. From now on, I zap them off the page. I'm going to make a post. If you recruit and post an ad, you automatically, when I make this video now, I automatically subject myself to public scrutiny. Okay, and if somebody has something to say, I need to listen to it, unless it amounts to being hate speech, racism, or it's religiously or culturally offensive. Otherwise, people should be able to say what they want to. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I can't remember who said that. It was Kennedy or somebody.
Sure.
So I can't remember.
Sure.
But anyway, so with this Beth, guys, she phones you, and then she has like a nice half an hour, 40-minute chat with you. You need to have an 8 gigabyte RAM at least, and your processor needs to be an i5. But most people have an i5 processor at the moment. Upload and download speed is minimum is 10 Mbps up and Mbps down. But with this company, you're realistically looking at earning between 600 and 800 euro a month. Now, 800 euros, you're not working in 100 hours a month for those 800 euros. Keep that in mind. Okay. And even if it's Christmas, with the you will €50, no matter what the booking rate is. Okay. Although I suspect they only say that because I think with this company, she was desperately looking for teachers when I spoke to her. Okay, I don't know if that is a testimony of me doing a good interview or being really crap and the only one available. I'm not sure, but she was really keen on employing me. So when you apply to her, do it in a very professional way. I don't know if she's going to ask you for an introduction video because many European companies don't. They look at your CV, and if you qualify, they invite you for an interview. So, is Hannelie, you know what? Here's the last thing. The Asian companies work the same. Hi, my name is Alwyn. Okay, I'm from South Africa. Blah 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 blah. I have a little puppet in my hand. Okay, I look at the camera. Happy, move. Okay, I love kids. Teaching is my passion. Blah 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 blah. All right. So it's all the same. Okay, and then eventually, at the end of the day, you go through a tedious application process, demos with adults pretending to be 6-year-old, and what they don't admit is that they actually do have the personality of a 6-year-old, so they don't really need to pretend that much. Okay, but anyway, and they have the audacity of a trumpet. So I'm probably going to offend somebody along the way now, but I think I already annoyed Caitlyn Jenner. Or Bruce, whichever one she associates with these days. But anyway, so right, apply to Beth, guys. All right, make sure it's a good, well-structured application. All right. Now, with Hannelie, let me talk about you, Hannelie. All right. I use Hannelie for all my stuff. I don't really advertise on my blog because I do this for free. But guys, I tell you, if you need help, I can't get to all of you. I really do try, and you can ask around, and people will probably testify that I've helped them all the way through to getting employed. But as I say over and over, I don't make a living from that. Ultimately, I have a blog where I try to help you guys to get employed, and I'm fighting against this trend of South Africans being exploited, and that is my underlying motive. But this lady Hannelie, okay, is the only person in over a year that I've trusted with my personal stuff. And with regards to that, I am full of nonsense. As anal retentive as a drag queen on her first show. All right, that is how I am with regards to my personal stuff. She did my introduction video. She knocked all my admin into the correct structure, and since I've been using it that way. And if you feel that you're not confident or ready for an interview, or you know anybody that needs training, you can refer Hannelie, because she's honest, she's affordable, and like I said, we are all quite happy. Ordinary teachers that go to and work in a secondary school, they're quite happy to invest in a car to go to work and back again every day. But online teachers are reluctant to produce a professional introduction video, and then they complain about not getting responses from companies. I'm saying this because I'm now going to have a go at myself instead of Caitlyn Jenner or Donald Trump. So I'll turn it to me. I am 40 years old. Okay. I am not
Ladies,
number
he's
one.
single.
If you like me, subscribe button
and
I'm
like.
going to get you so much. And a like, yes, please. Okay, so my goodness. All right, so guys, it is really important. It's really important because, like I said, even before I met Hannelie, I made 3 videos about this. So I've been consistent in everything that I've said, honestly, and I think in a year's time, I've shown you that I put a lot of my free time and effort into helping you. All right, but I cannot help you to make a professional video. I am not an editor. I don't have 5 years of recruiting experience that this woman has. Speak to her, ask her how she can help you. If you're not getting a job, why pay 1,000 Rand a month for your Wi-Fi if you're not making anything in return? And this lady will help you from the beginning to the end. And it won't, I know we don't have a lot of money, which is why I'm sending you to Hannelie. And another thing is, when you've given her something, you know she's not going to block, delete, and run like that other recruiter, Ben Zhu. Yeah, anyway, so from whatever the company's name is, right? So guys, from my side, apply to Beth, okay? And she honestly doesn't care if you're a isiXhosa, a Zulu, a Muslim, a Tswana, a Pondo, I can't mention them all, right? The point is, they don't care, right? If you're competent, okay, and you make an impression during the interview, European companies don't have biases against or in favor based on your racial or religious denomination. They just want good teachers. Okay. So, I mean, you could be, oh no, okay, that's pushing it. You could be dressed like Batman and they wouldn't care. All right. All they want is a neutral, good accent and a teacher with the necessary experience to represent their company. And then a last thing, please, I'm going to keep on. Hannelie, please, next week, we do one more round.
All right.
Please. Yes. All right. So Hannelie will help me next week again with some more schools. Guys, just keep in mind, when I make these videos, it's not just shooting the video that takes 20 minutes. Getting the list of these schools is not easy. That takes hours. The previous list I sent you, Hannelie, I sent them a list with 7 online companies. European companies, the lowest hourly rate was $8. The average hourly rate was more than $10 an hour. And none of them required a degree. Now,
Wow.
do you know how difficult it is? Yes. Do you know how difficult? I also said, wow, well done, Alvain. Good for you. Tap on the shoulder. Because you know what? None of these schools advertise on Facebook or Instagram.
They
Because
don't.
as I've said before, many of these professional schools use Indeed, Reddit, or Glassdoor. And then it is a hunting process. Because you can't type in search because you don't know the name of the school. So you need to literally find, it takes hours, guys. So really appreciate her. She is the only one who is helping me. All right. So the best I can do for her is to say to you, I work with her and I trust her. And if you ever need help and you can't get hold of me, this lady is the place to go to. Hannelie, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I don't. Not now. Move on next video. Yes, more companies.
Okay. So next week you'll do another video with me and then we can put out another 6 companies. Okay. From my side, I will produce. But remember, I already produced like 7 last time. So I'm like a bit exhausted with the research. So, but on the weekend, I will go hunting again. And then I'll make a more significant contribution. I will put Beth's email address in my description. You cannot say Alvain referred you because I don't have a formal agreement with this company. I'm just telling you that I went through the process with them, got offered the job, and just couldn't take it because I'm overbooked. But I think it is a wonderful company to work with. And the Germans, you can say about them what you want to, but if you are supposed to get paid on the 3rd or the 4th of the month, your money will be on your bank account and you get paid in euro. So every time our rand devaluates, you just laugh all the way to the bank. So where your salary could be 10,000 rand one month, the same salary the next month will be worth 11,500. Good idea. Bad idea, only applying to companies that offer you $4 or $5. It's going to affect your sanity eventually, or you're just going to give up online teaching. And I don't want that. All right, Hannelie, we all love you so much, man. Thank you for helping.
It's a pleasure.
You're like
Thank
an
you so
angel
much.
to come down and help us mortals over here on earth. And yeah, you're the only recruiter I've ever for free. I really appreciate it. Guys, now you go and apply for these jobs. Okay. And next week, I'll send you another list. You've been spoiled now because I'm now sending you 2 videos with 2 lists. So I've given you 10 on, hot on. I'm looking after these guys, Hannelie, man. We're spoon feeding them. It's like when my little girl was small and you literally had to get the spoon right into her mouth. It's like that at the moment. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Hannelie, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, you are lovely and an awesome person, and we all really appreciate you. Okay.
It's a pleasure. All right, Alvain.
Okay.
See you again.
If you like the video, guys, and you want to get updated on the lists every week, press the subscribe button. Right? It's there somewhere. It's like a little red thing. Press subscribe, and you'll automatically get updated every time I post the premieres. I also post 1 or 2 videos, which I'm also going to pull Hannelie into, where we're going to discuss what is good for you and what do you need to prepare for when you do online and stuff like that. All right. Hannelie, have a nice day. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye-bye.